Why, hello, and welcome to another What Sold video. This week we are going over the week of August 10th through the 16th in my reselling business, mainly sales on Poshmark and eBay. You know, this video is full of things that sold fast, so that's the positive. The negative is that sales really aren't where I want them to be, so it's frustrating, but let's just dive into my stats and go over my total sales, etc. So my total sales for this week was $994.34. I really want this to be closer to $2,000, not $1,000. So that's why I'm frustrated. My total earnings, so this is what was deposited in my bank account, $719.02. And then my total gross profit was $541. You know, while I say this, at the same time, I took 2 days off this week, and I'm probably just not listing enough. But still, I'm frustrated because I am listing like consistently, just not enough to be able to get to that $2,000 mark. But my total items sold, I sold 30 items this week for an average sales price of $33.14. I really kind of want to see this higher, which is, I guess, another thing to take into consideration if I want to raise this. And then my average gross profit was 18. You know, I keep saying my goal is at least 20. At least being the keyword. I really think that like my average maybe needs to be higher in order to get this to go up realistically. So I don't know, I'm rethinking some things, but my total sales on Poshmark, this seems to be pretty consistent. I feel like it was like exactly this last week too. $600, eBay $364.34. I had one Mercari sale. I feel like every week it's either I had one Mercari sale or zero Mercari sales. So, you know, it's pretty... Mercari is pretty useless, but I'm grateful for the one sale, I guess. Okay, so let's start out with what sold on August 10th. Starting out with this Patagonia Nua Tag beanie. This is like a vintage beanie. It's older style, but it is Nua Tag. I got this at the Benz. And this actually sold to someone in Japan, which is kind of cool. And it's also cool because I won't have to deal with the return because eBay just deals with your international returns, which is so great. But so I picked this up for 84 cents. Actually, this was the day that I went to the Goodwill outlet and I spent like an hour there and only found 3 things. So I just walked out with 3 things, and this was one of the 3 things. So spent 84 cents. I listed for 29 and I received an offer for 19 plus shipping, which I accepted, which gave me a gross profit of $15.60, and it sold after 22 days. But you know, the fact that beanies are selling in August is a good sign that, you know, fall and winter items are going to be selling a lot more in certainly the second half of August. So this is actually a really good sale. This made me very happy because if you remember watching one of my recent thrift with me's, which I'll link up on the screen, I thrifted I think like 4 or 5 blazers. And I kind of just went all in on these J. Crew blazers, even though, and I didn't check comps. I don't know why this one sold faster than the other ones. Maybe it was the colorway, this aqua color. I don't know, but anyway, I'm very happy with the performance of this item. So going into my Poshmark sales on the 10th, first I have this, I have a bunch of these still. L'Academy, the Graziel dress. Yeah, I don't not much to say about it. I got this through liquidation a long time ago, 1,294 days ago. And I have them listed for 58, and it sold to a Posh VA automated offer to Liker, I believe, for 40 plus discounted shipping, which gave me a gross profit of $17.24. These are good listings for me to have because, you know, they just kind of regularly sell, and it's work I put in a long time ago. However, you know, they're taking, you know, their time to move, but I'm happy when they do move. That's kind of how this week played out, was like half of my sales were items that listed really fast, and then half of them were items that took 700 days plus to sell. Like, I'm really literally looking at it and just like really the two categories only. So that's interesting. I think maybe that's because I didn't list a lot in July, so items that I listed in July aren't selling because there aren't that many. Or June, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, here's another one that, this is a brand that just performs so well. And I hadn't sold it in a while, so I wasn't sure if it still performs well. But this item did. And it's not even like, I think, one of their more popular items. It's Aviator Nation. yeah, it's just one of the best selling brands in the reselling space right now. This was given to me by a friend, so my cost of goods was $0, which is so nice. Thank you, Bree. You're not listening, but thank you. And I listed for $150. It sold to a Poshmark VA automated offer to Liker for $105 plus discounted shipping. If you're hearing me say Poshmark VA automated offer to Liker and you don't know what I'm talking about, Poshmark VA is a software that I use in my reselling business. It works exclusively on Poshmark, and it works in the background for me, just sending out all my offers. So anytime someone likes something in my closet, I don't have to be like scouring my phone to send an offer. It automatically does it for me, which is so nice and such a huge competitive advantage. 1 minute after someone likes something, they receive a 30% off offer with discounted shipping, and it generates so many sales for me, including, you know, my 2 sales on this day. And yeah, I wouldn't have the sales I have without Poshmark VA. So I recommend trying it out. You can try it out 2 weeks free, and you can get 20% off your first month using code MOGIBETH. And it's only $25 a month. So, you know, you can get your first month for $20, and it definitely pays itself off. If you have any, you know, decent sized reselling business, like 100 items plus, I would recommend it. Okay, so going into my sales. So those were my sales on the 10th. Going into my sales on the 11th, this is another one of those really old listings I had. I listed this 707 days ago. It's funny, I listed this and my other sale on eBay, both of them on the same day, but they were like 707 days ago. So that's funny, because they're both from the same palette. They're from the shoe liquidation palette, which was my last liquidation purchase I ever made. And it was a good palette. If you're curious about my liquidation, you know, advice, I guess, I'll link up my liquidation video on the screen, but I no longer source this way. It's a way I used to source almost exclusively. But anyway, this was a new Attack Monroe pair of snake print flats. This is a brand I really do not ever pick up. I don't ever source this brand. I come across it quite often. But if you do pick this up, Monroe, let me know in the comments down below. And maybe if you're willing, let me know, is there a certain thing you're looking for? Because obviously this took a while to sell. Yeah, I had it listed for $45, and eventually it did sell for $31.50 plus $9.99 shipping. And it gave me a gross profit of $16.47. So not bad. I mean, it did take a while. This one performed better. This is a brand I love selling, Schutz. Really good Bolo brand, shoe brand to know. Here's what it's going to look like on the bottom of the shoe. Made in Brazil. That's always if it's made in Brazil, made in Italy, not made in China, essentially, that's kind of a good tell that it might be a high quality shoe. Also, this leather sole is a good tell. But Schutz is a good Bolo brand to know. Most styles are going to do pretty well, but you still have to check comps on this brand. So anyway, I got this in liquidation. I had it listed for $80, and it sold for $55.99 plus $12.99 shipping. And my gross profit was $32.72, so that's, you know, even better. And again, 707 days to sell. Here's another old item I had, 1,159 days. If you've watched my What Sold videos or Ship With Me videos, you've probably seen this. It's a super down tree-into dress. I have a bunch of these. I have this one listed for $35, and it sold, again, Poshmark VA automated offer to Liker for $24 plus discounted shipping, I believe. And I actually lost money. I lost $2.60, but I got some of my cost of goods back, and I got it moved out. So that's good. This is an item that sold quickly, and it's a good item that has me thinking, because I don't know if this is something I want to pick up again in the future. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you think sales like this are worth it? I know like the reselling community is kind of divided on this topic, and it really comes down to what works for you and your business model, how much time you have, what you have access to inventory wise, etc. But I also definitely take into consideration how easy something is to list and how much I enjoy selling it, which are two like irrational, definitely not, you know, bottom line based decisions. But this is Duluth Trading Company. It's a newer Duluth Trading Company piece because it has this logo, which is like the little curvy logo, or I guess it's actually just at a diagonal, but whatever. The L is a little curve. That's their newer logo, I believe. I picked this up. It's a vest. It's a nice fleece vest. It was like new condition for $7.99 at Goodwill, and the same thrift with me, I think, as the blazers that I mentioned earlier. I had it listed for 35. No, yeah, I had it listed for 35. It sold Poshmark automated offer liker for 24 plus discount shipping. So I kind of already knew when I was listing it that it's probably going to go for around 24 bucks, which gave me a gross profit of $9.19. Sold within 2 days though, so made $9, which is not a lot, but sold really quickly, and it was very, very easy to list. So I would love to pick this up at the bins. This is like a perfect bins piece, because if I would have paid $1, then I would have had closer to, you know, a $20 profit. But do I pick Duluth Trading Company up at the regular Goodwill anymore? Probably not, sadly enough. I probably just need to relegate it to the bins only category. But anyway, let me know in the comments down below what you think. This is a brand I think I talked about this last week. I'm really just gonna stop picking it up. I don't like selling it. It did sell really fast. Maybe certain pieces at the bins, if they're in excellent condition and they're, you know, more substantial pieces than this one. But this is just a men's t-shirt. I did realize that men's pieces, I think, are in pretty high demand when it comes to skims. I'm talking about skims, sorry. And so I got this I checked comps. I'm like, men's pieces actually are doing pretty well. So I picked it up, but you know, this is just a t-shirt. So I listed it for $19. It sold to a Poshmark automated offer to liker for $13 plus discount shipping. Made me $7.28. Only took 8 days to sell. But yeah, I think I'm done picking up skims. Okay, my next sale on the 11th was this Andrew Mark Faux Sherpa new with tags jacket. I've had this so long. I'm just kept marking it down. This is one of my oldest items in my closet. Marked it down to 25, and thankfully someone did purchase it for 17 plus discounted shipping after 1,536 days. So it took a while. And I made a gross profit of $5.58. But yeah, not much to say here. I wouldn't pick this up. I wouldn't recommend picking it up. But I mean, honestly, at the pins, maybe I would have picked it up, but I should not pick it up. Okay, and what size was it? That was medium. It's not that bad. This is a piece that luckily actually did pretty well. Beta brand, I was kind of trying this out. I picked it up at the bins, which is the only place I'll pick up Beta brand now. For $1.03, this was just like an asymmetric Kylie top. I thought I would be able to find the stock photo for this pretty easily, but I couldn't, not for this colorway anyway. And I thought it was a newer piece, and I think it was actually an older piece. I listed it for $30, and it sold to a Poshmark automated offer to liker for $21 plus discounted shipping. Like all of my sales on Poshmark this week were from Poshmark sending offers. And it sold after only 5 days. I made $13.75. So that's not bad, but it's not great either. So I don't know if I'd pick that up again. Maybe if I needed inventory, I would. This is a good sale, however, and it's funny because I picked this up. So I picked this up at Crossroads, which is actually somewhere where I really need to go back to. I need to go sourcing there. I think I have $100 in credits there, and I just need to get some stuff because it's one way that I can increase my average sales prices by sourcing better inventory at Crossroads, and I do that by finding things at the bins and trading it in at Crossroads, and so it keeps my cost of goods low. I've done videos on that before. So if you're interested, just like go to my, search YouTube MOGIBETH consignment and you'll see those videos. But anyway, this is an older Reformation piece. So I picked it up not knowing that because actually the brand tag was missing and only these material tags were in there. So I was like, when I got home and I found out what the style name was and so forth, I was like, ooh, this is older. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should take this back. But then I missed the return window. Anyway, long story short, I'm glad I did list it. And my cost of goods because of my conversion was $4.38. I listed this dress for $70. And it sold in 2 days for $48.99 plus shipping, which gave me a gross profit of $33.92. So really, really good sale. You know, some older Reformation pieces are just still selling well. Not for like maybe the $100 mark that they used to, but still $49, around $50 is great. And I think maybe it sold well, and this is my theory, because it says burnt orange. I need to see, did it ship to Texas? Did it ship to Austin? Because this actually would be maybe a good, like, this is like a story I totally came up with in my brain. if for Austin Rush season or something. UT Longhorns. My sister went to UT. Hook'em Horns. Anyway, happy about this sale. Anyway, Reformation's still one of my favorite brands to sell. Okay, speaking of favorite brands to sell, this performed so well. So now, yeah, we've entered into the 12th. I had 2 sales on the 12th, this Reformation dress and these Vuori shorts. So I did feature this in a recent thrift with me. I didn't realize in the thrift with me that this was missing, like one of the metal thingamabobs on the drawstring, but I did mention it in the listing. This was getting so much attention, this pair of shorts, on every platform. Vuori, just again, one of the fastest selling brands that exists. I listed for $38, even with the flaw, and it sold to a Poshmark automated offer like for $26 plus discounted shipping, which gave me a gross profit of $13.79, and it sold after only 1 day. So Vuori, love picking up, love selling. This sold my only sale on Mercari, so we're entering into sales on the 13th, and it's this LL Bean mountain jacket. I had it listed for $39, and I received an offer for $30 with free shipping. So my gross profit on this was $19.03, which is actually not bad. No selling fees. My only cost of goods was the cost of goods and shipping. And so it sold after 9 days. So actually a great performing item. This is a perfect type of bins piece that I love finding and selling. So happy about that. LL Bean just seems to sell really fast for me. And maybe because I'm really picky with what I pick up by LL Bean, but it tends to work out every time. Here's another item that took a long time to sell. This is a good brand to know, though. I mean, especially if you come across it at the bins or something like that. It is a workout wear, sportswear brand, Alala, like a high-end one. And this was sold at places like Shopbop and Revolve. I got this through liquidation. I had reduced the price, I think, a couple times because I had this for 1,240 days to $40, and it sold, I think, full price, like randomly, years later for 40 plus discounted shipping or plus shipping, which gave me a gross profit of about $14. So good brand to know. This particular piece, it was like a fringe cropped sweatshirt, just took a little bit longer to sell, but this sweatshirt retailed for $145. So it's just a good brand to know, but you might want to check comps and so forth depending on the piece. Yeah, I had this fringe detail on the bottom. Definitely unique, cute piece. But anyway, Alala. Here is a good formal wear. Gosh, why does it sound so weird? Formal wear sale. Alfred Sung. I actually had this listed for $100 and received an offer for $55, which I accepted. This is one reason why I do like selling Alfred Sung. They have the style number, the color right on the tag, which makes it so much easier than trying to guess what color it is. But again, I said this in a previous video, I'm moving away from bridesmaid, moving more towards wedding guest when it comes to formal wear and what I'm picking up. But this was a great sale. I mean, I got it through liquidation. It took 1,064 days to sell, which is not uncommon when it comes to formal wear, but it did give me a gross profit of $38.16. This was a really good sale too. Okay, we're moving into the 14th. And I got this at the bins. It's a Quince pajama set, 100% linen. And I actually kept it for me, took it home, washed it, and then decided I didn't want it. Probably because it's a size small and I'm not a size small right now. I listed it for $40 and it sold in 2 days for $28 plus discounted shipping from Poshmark VA. I got it at the bins for 95 cents, so it gave me a gross profit of $21.45. Quince, a lot of y'all keep saying this on my videos, which is helpful. I love reading y'all's comments, it's so helpful. Quince is a brand that's not going to sell for a lot, but it will sell really fast. So that was definitely the case here. So yeah, I would definitely pick this up again, and I'm happy with the result. And I picked Quince up at the bins, but they just price it up too high here at Goodwill for me to pick it up. This is another item from my personal closet. I did list some things from my personal closet actually recently. This is Stork, which is a good maternity brand to know. STORQ. And this was a pair of their signature leggings. I had this listed for $40. I think I received an offer for $20 and then I countered $25 and they accepted. My cost of goods was 0, and so it gave me a gross profit of 20 exactly, which is great, and it sold after 3 days. So Stork is a good brand to know. Again, it's not selling for a ton of money, but it performed well. Speaking of performing well, I showed this in we're into the 15th now. I guess I only had one sale on the 14th. That's sad. It's that quince set. The 15th was a better day. The 16th was a really good day too. This was featured in my bins haul, which I'll link up on the screen. This is a really good piece to know, and if you come across it, pick it up. It's this Spanx. If you see a Spanx bodysuit, especially one like this that has like a plunging neckline or something, pick it up. They retail for a lot, $148. And I thought in that video I mentioned, oh, I think it's missing the back strap. But then one of y'all, thank you, this is what I'm talking about, the comments are so helpful, told me, no, that back strap's not missing. It's actually just like an add-on. So that was good to know. And this is a size large too. I got this at the bins. It was such a good find. So anyway, I had it listed for 80. I received an offer 2 days after listing it for 68. Accepted that offer, and this gave me a gross profit of $53.20. Such a good sale. I wish I could just sell this all day long, but Spanx, yeah. I still like selling certain Spanx pants, black pants especially, like the larger sizes and certain silhouettes, but the shaping bodysuits perform really well. Okay, I'm not gonna spend much time on this. It's from my Free People liquidation palette, which just comes up a lot in my what sold videos, that I did a long time ago. This was from 1,029 days ago. This is the Fleece Star Lounge Shorts. I think this was either my last one or I have one more of these, which makes me very happy because I'm just so happy to, move this stuff. I had these for 25. They sold for 17, I think, plus discounted shipping, which gave me a gross profit of a whopping 24 cents. But yeah, just very, very, very happy to move these. Similarly, this was my last pair of these in this size. This was from my shoe liquidation palette. This Dr. Scholl's Stay K slipper in a size 9. Made $1.77 on these after 704 days. So yeah, I don't pick up Dr. Scholl's, on my own accord, but I did receive a bunch through liquidation. I still have a bunch of these in a size 11. Oh my gosh, so happy. I was very happy for these when they sold too. I had these for 1,127 days. These Tularosa wide leg pants, and I had them listed for 25. They sold for 17. I'm lost. With discounted shipping, so I made $2.53. But again, just so happy that this sold. Okay, this sold like within hours because I listed this really late at night and then I woke up to an offer. So I think if you ever see this Baird McNutt in the Irish linen on a J. Crew shirt, it might be worth looking up. I mean, this didn't sell for a ton of money, but it sold so fast. So I got this at the bin. Someone had thrown it back for $1.28, and I listed it for $35. I think someone sent me an offer for $20, and I just countered because I just listed it for $24.49 or $24.50, and they accepted it. So it sold for $30.48 and gave me a gross profit of $16.66. Not exactly my target gross profit, but honestly, it sold so fast. I would pick this up again. And yeah, just really, really happy with the performance of this. It was extra large tall too, which might have made a difference. Really fast sale. This was a pretty fast sale too. I got this at the bins. I mean, I made even less on it, but still, I don't know, this is, again, begs the question, do I pick up inventory like this in the future? But it's Soft Surroundings Tigerwood placed printed top. And Soft Surroundings I am pretty picky with. I think that I was just having I wasn't finding a lot at the bins, and I was like, I'm just going to pick this up to list it. It'll be really easy to list. And it was. It was a petite extra large. I had it listed for $25. It sold for $17.50 plus shipping. And that gave me a gross profit of $11.43. And it took 10 days to sell. So yeah, this is the Soft Surroundings tag. Soft Surroundings, I basically only pick up larger sizes in. And I try to be pretty selective with what I pick up, but I went ahead and picked up this kind of more basic piece. But it sold fast, which is great. Okay, and then, I wanted to show y'all something, because I didn't know about this. I never used this feature, and I really don't know when it was rolled out, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. See where it says My Bundles on Poshmark? So, I guess I'll show you. It will show you all of your bundles. Is that where I did it? Here, wait. My shoppers, I think. Yeah, I didn't know about this feature. Do y'all use this feature? So I came across this, I'm like, what is this, my shoppers? So I clicked on add likes to bundle, and then I sent a bundle offer, and it just does this. I mean, it's kind of like Posh or VA. I don't know if Posh or VA has this, but it's like an automated way to send out offers on bundles, which is so cool. So I did that. I just added everyone's likes to bundles and sent out a 30% off offer. Now I know why I'm getting so many bundle comments and stuff. I didn't add a comment, which is something that maybe I should have done, but it did result in one sale. So, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it was like very minimal work for a $45 sale. And the sale was this Leith cardigan. This was actually my last one in this color. I have 2 more of this color in a size extra small, and both from liquidation. And then I have like 30 of these still. So if you want one of these, you can have. You can send me an offer. But yeah, a bundle of all of these for 30% off. So that's $45 for all 3, which didn't make me a ton of money. Maybe, how much is that? $9.90 amongst all of them. These Leith cardigans took 1,360 days, and this took 1,037 days. So they're all older items from liquidation. But it was great. I got to move some of it. And so, yeah, I guess, let me know in the comments down below, do y'all use this feature? Because it's a great feature that I didn't even know existed on Poshmark. I guess I really just have been sleeping at the wheel, maybe because I've been having kids these past 2 years. But let me know your thoughts on this feature and if you use it. And I guess like it's a good thing to have in your back pocket to do every once in a while, maybe once a week. But in general, maybe it's like not gonna be a huge driving force for sales. But it was a good sale to make, and I'm glad I did. Okay, so we're almost to the end. This is a Teddy Fresh t-shirt that I got at the bins. It was in a recent bins haul. And I had it listed for $35 and I received an offer for like $15. And I was kind of going back and forth with this person, and I decided just to accept their $18 offer. I don't know, I could have made more potentially on this piece, but I just wanted to move it fast. It sold the next day after listing. Because again, my sales aren't spectacular, so I'm not going to haggle on certain things. But it made me $13.20, and yeah, sold next day. So I would pick this up again and just maybe try to shoot more for $24, $25, but pretty good sale. Teddy Fresh is a YouTuber. Here's the tag. And this was a high, a good quality piece. So I would pick it up at the bins again. Okay, and then my last sale was another bundle sale. This wasn't from that feature, but I don't think anyway. But it was a good bundle sale nonetheless. New tag Halara. These jeans, stretchy jeans. They're like, Halara's known for just stretch, kind of like Beta brand, I guess. Some really like comfy clothes, like loungewear that looks like regular wear. And then I had those listed for $35, and then I had these Liverpool jeans listed for $40. Got both of them at the bins, and they sold for $40 in a bundle. So I made $14.18 on the Halara and $16 on these. So really good bundle sale. The new tag Halara jeans took 16 days to sell, and these took 4 days to sell. So both sold really fast. I had another pair of Halara pants that sold in another bundle. So I would pick both of these up again. I think they both performed pretty well. But that is the what sold video. Thanks so much for watching. I know in a few recent videos I've been asking if you like this type of video or if you'd prefer something else. And I think a lot of y'all would prefer the work with me or ship with me video. So once I finish up all of August sales in this video format, I'll probably switch over to something else. But thanks for watching this type of video. It really means a lot to me. And I hope that it is valuable to you. it's a really good exercise for me to sit down and look over what sold over the week. It's been helpful in my sourcing strategy. And so hopefully it's been helpful for you as well. Okay, well, I gotta go get to work. I gotta go photograph some things, but thanks so much for watching. I'll see y'all in the next one. Okay, love y'all. Bye.